Hey traders from around the world, this is Jerremy Alexander Newsome with, of course, Real Life Trading, and I hope you're doing absolutely sensational. It's Fantastic Friday, which is March the 30th, 3/20/2015, and I am bullish. I'm very bullish. After the FOMC meeting came out and talked about Wednesday, I gave you guys that update, and I said it really depends all on what the FOMC meeting is going to do. So apparently they're increasing interest rates, which is not the greatest news for current bondholders. But the market reacted very positively to it, creating a nice big white candle on Wednesday. And then yesterday, just a little small retest candle. So, here's the resistance, hit resistance, get a little bit of selling pressure. And then today, just a phenomenal gap, at least in my opinion. Very pretty candle. I'm about as bullish can be. I see green everywhere. It's like me and a giant field of grass with a green blindfold covered in green paint on St. Patrick's Day. I'm very bullish. So on a 1 to 10 scale, I would say I'm a 9.7863, and the 3 is repeating, of course. So I'm not a full 10. I'll more or less be a full 10 if we get over this high. But if you're in bullish, I think that's the direction to be. There's a lot of bull put spreads expiring today. Well, actually, I'm sorry. This one's expiring next week. This is a 174, 173 bull put spread expiring next week. That was a 10-cent return or 10-cent credit, 10% ROI. We had an SPY bull put spread weekly that we got into just after the FOMC meeting, so we captured a lot of volatility. It was a 205, 204 expiring today. And that was a 7-cent credit. That's a 7% ROI in 3 days. I mean, that's pretty awesome, right? So we did that on Wednesday. That's going to expire today, worthless. And again, unless just something cataclysmically interesting happens on the SPY. IWM is leading the way right now. It's making higher highs and higher lows and is just really crushing it. Beautiful protective put triggered right here, which is really keeps you in a trade, right? So that's a good thing. As the market broke out, triggered our protective put, so we stayed in the trade, bought a protective put, but the stock is continuing higher, which is what we want. So yes, we bought insurance, we lost on the insurance. You could have adjusted the insurance like I talked about, selling a put underneath to lower the cost of it. But as of right now, next target on the IWM, 127.39, looking very healthy. And the QQQ, again, cute little higher high, and here's that adjustment I talked about, doing that put sale, right? Getting triggered into the protective put right here, mitigating losses, and as it begins to bounce, you go ahead and do a put sale, decreasing the cost of the protective put, and hopefully enjoying the bullish run as it continues higher. So ladies and gentlemen, a lot of good stuff out there. Facebook is just going bananas at the moment, which is great for one of my good friends, Johnny Howlett. He's making some money on Facebook. Talked about yesterday a 79 put sale, April week 2, which was 65-cent limit. If you guys see AO, that means analysis on 3/19/15. If you did do an 84 covered call for April, again, it's very high, a lot of white candles. Let it kind of retest a little bit and see if and how we do in fact pull back. But a good gap today, good move. Very pretty retest gap on Facebook. And here's the 5 minutes. You guys can see, boom, there's the retest, shazam. And it's just been, moving nicely ever since, I guess you would say. So again, if you have an 84 covered call, and if it does in fact get exercised, I'm sure you'll be happy with that. I'll find out what Yoav did today. He had an 84.85 expiring today. We looked at that yesterday, and we'll keep an eye on it. He probably unraveled. I don't know for sure, but I'll be asking him in the afternoon floor. But regardless, Facebook moving nicely. I talked about the volume increase not too long ago on it, and it's doing pretty well right now. Let's hop over to GoPro, ticker symbol GPRO, GoPro. And here you guys go. I'm calling this red line the Linderman wedge. Justin Linderman kind of noticed it in one of the trading floor classes. Really good support around 37.57, and I'm ready for this to break out bullish potentially. I mean, this is a very good support anyway. So it appears that there's some really good resistance right where I have my trigger, ironically enough. So if we break above 41.57 on GoPro, I would indeed be a little bit more bullish than bearish. Here's your hourly time frame, and you can see a lot of resistance right there on the hourly. So if we do, again, pop above, is it a wedge that could break bullish? Yeah, I think so. And also, the fact of the matter is 37.57 is a very strong support on GoPro. Alibaba, This is really my thought on Alibaba, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think anything special on Alibaba for the next 2 or 3 months, potentially. I think it's going to be in an accumulation phase, going to trade sideways, buy low, sell high, kind of a buy and hold, forget about it type of trade, maybe do covered calls or put sales. If you like Alibaba, good volume, it's down this level. This purple line is kind of my drawing of what I think the future anticipation of the price might just do on Alibaba, so it'll be interesting to see. Let's go through a few other of our bull put spread or weekly spreads that we set up on Weeklies Wednesday just 2 days ago on the FOMC meeting after it came out. 121.19 FAS weekly bull put spread expiring today. That was a 10% ROI. So that's, I will not even look at that spread unless it closes below 122. So again, that should be just fine. Heading up to our ultimate target of 132.33 after we got triggered in bullish back here, triggered our protective put here, and now the stock is indeed continuing a little bit higher. We also had one on Amazon. This is probably one of the higher paying ones. We had a 357 weekly bull put spread for 25-cent limit. That's another 10% ROI expiring today, and we set that up Wednesday. So again, unless something just absolutely radical happens, that'll be expiring worthless as well. Plus, we have the 350 to 350 April week 1 bull put spread on Amazon, and you can see 2 days ago it did trigger our 357.70 bullish entry. So really nice wave rotation, boom. Boom, boom, and we'll see what goes on. The 365.20 is the trigger for a protective put if it moves below there. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, one candle can change everything. You guys have known me, right? If we get a gap down Monday morning right here on the general market and or Amazon specifically, yeah, I'll be bearish, right? A lot of people will be trapped. I don't think it's going to happen, though. We can see, but I've been bullish on the market for a while. I'm going to continue to be bullish until the trend stops being bullish, and there's no reason not to. Green everywhere, baby. Green everywhere. Apple. Here's Apple. Apple is cute today. I think it's nice. A nice little inside day candle. This is, after all, a retest gap. So my overall thought is we'll do something like this, and probably continue up a little bit higher. We had a 124, 123 weekly bull put spread on Apple. Got into that Wednesday as well. Another 10% return in just 3 days. I think that's pretty sensational. A longer term bull put spread down here is the 119, 118 for 10 cents. We got into that not too long ago. Here's your exponential moving averages on Apple. So I am in bullish on Apple personally. Got in on 317 at about 126 and some change. So again, we're having a little bit of a pattern. I'm expecting something like this and something to continue higher. That's why I got into the 131 debit spread. So I owned the 125 call and I sold the 131 call, bringing in 50 cents. So my goal is for Apple to be below 131 by the Friday of next week, which I anticipate it doing. I'll bring in $100 for that, and then I'm hoping this wave rotation will come in, bounce off the gap, bounce off the moving averages, and Apple will kind of follow suit with the general market. So I am also bullish on Apple. So it's been a great week, ladies and gentlemen, in the trading floor. Great week for real life trading. Thanks so much again for all your prayers, thoughts, comments, concerns. Next weekend, I'll be driving back down to Georgia, Statesboro, for the memorial of my father. But this will be it'll be a happy experience. A lot of tears, but it will be a positive experience to be around the family and friends once again. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your week. Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you next week. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See ya.